So, Lisa Grossmann, good evening to you. Good afternoon, actually, in the States now. We're very happy that we have the opportunity to listen to you and ask you some questions about the stage of development of the Israeli market now. The conversation will be broadcast in a special event we're having that's called Go Diamond and Playing to Win. And what we wanted to ask you and get your perspective on is what is play to win mean for you when we are talking about getting yourself to become the best that you can be, and what does it mean for you, and how do you see it connected to network marketing?
Oh, it's a lot to talk about. First of all, hello everybody, and I'm sorry that I'm not there with you, but I know that you're having an awesome event, and I hope that I am able to be at the next one. What does playing to win mean for me in regards to network marketing? Well, I love network marketing. I don't think that's a secret to anybody, and I believe that winning can be defined any number of ways, but I believe that most people compete against other people in their minds, and I think that's a huge mistake because it's a competition you can never win. We tend to look at other people's advantages and our own disadvantages, and we evaluate it unfairly, and the only race you're ever really running is where you're at today versus where you can be tomorrow. You always want to be the best version of yourself. And the biggest challenge that people have, especially, I think it's the challenge they always have. I think it manifests itself in network marketing. I think that it comes out in network marketing. People tend to overestimate what they can do in a month. They expect what they expect too much to happen in 90 days because of what they estimate what they can do in a month. They completely underestimate what they can do in a year. And because of it, they tend to repeat the same 90-day cycles over and over and over again. And months go by and years go by, and they kind of get stuck in the same pattern of repetition because they really don't plan effectively. They don't project things out to a year. They may spend a year of time doing something, but they never sat down and started with the end in mind and said, okay, I'm 1 year from today, this is where I'm going to be. Not I want to be here like some sort of wish, but this is where I'm going to be. This is what I'm going to have accomplished. Well, how did I do that? And then they proceed to ask questions. What was my plan? What does that look like? How many people do I need using the product? I always believe in building plans to the minimum. I'm not a minimalist. I'm not going to do the minimum. You have to start with that. If I'm, I can't expect people to do more than me. I'll be lucky if anybody does as much as me. So what am I prepared to do? I can't expect anybody to do anything that I am not doing myself. I can't teach anybody something that I haven't done myself. So if the best I can hope for is that somebody will do as much as me, but more than likely most people are going to do less than me, then I better be doing a lot if I want to get here. So what's the minimum that everybody can do? I believe in building a plan not based on what everybody will do, because most people will do nothing no matter what I do. And that's reality. But is my plan built around something that everybody can do? Because if everybody can do it, and I give everybody a plan they can do, and I'm executing the plan every day and leading by example, over time I'm going to get better. You get better at things by doing them. First time you do it, you're going to be pretty bad. Second time you do it, you're going to be not as bad, but still bad. After doing it for a while, you're going to be right up there at mediocre. Eventually, you'll get to okay. Well, after okay comes, above average. Then good comes along. And after a very long period of time, really good comes along. Great. And eventually you master it, whatever it is. And that's the path you have to be on. So if you say, I want to master network marketing, if you set a goal that a year from today I'm going to be at something that requires mastery, then you've put yourself on an accelerated pace. And you need to pace that out and know exactly what that looks like. Where do I have to be in a year? What do I have to do in 9 months? Where do I have to be in 6 months? Where do I have to be in 3 months to be on track? And work it backward and then work that plan. So I think that for me, playing to win means working a plan and projecting out and laying it all out, because I think business is very predictable. I think all things are pretty predictable. If we'll take the time on the front end to make it less painful and more executable on the back end. I've always said, you know, the key to success in business is slowing down a bit so you can go fast. If you want to go on a trip, not, I would like to go to Athens someday. It's, I'm going to Athens in June. Fine. How am I going to get there? Well, how much, I'd like to take a plane. You know, and I'd like to go first class. Well, how much is that going to cost? Okay. How much is the hotel going to cost? Okay. How, you know, how many days do I need to take off work? Okay. You gather all that data. Okay, now how am I going to make all this happen? Do I need somebody to cover my days at work? How am I going to get this extra money to pay for this? Okay, maybe I'll fly coach instead of first class because after all, it's going to get me there. You make all of these decisions and then you figure out what you need to accomplish and then you come up with the plan. You don't wait till 2 weeks before you're supposed to leave and then scramble and wonder why it doesn't happen. Decision, if you go to the Greek root, means to cut yourself off from all other options. So once you've made a decision, do you have the right to change your mind? Yes, but that too is a decision. When you sit down and you think about it and you evaluate it. Most people declare that they're going to do something. They never really made a decision at all. They go out with no plan whatsoever, just think that they'll just be busy with a lot of activity, and then when the busy activity doesn't yield the result that they wanted, they quit. If you actually had a plan, the plan, and you're working your plan, then you would adjust your plan as things developed, but you don't quit in the middle of a plan unless you plan to quit. Most people, they just don't have a plan. You ask them what their plan is, how they're going to accomplish it, what it takes, what's necessary, and they can't tell you. So they don't have a plan. They have a desire, maybe, a wish, a want, but no plan. If people had a plan, they'd be working their plan, and part of a plan is to work the plan to get to achieve the objective. Anybody who has a plan that says, I won't be disappointed and everything's going to go my way doesn't have a plan. They have something, but it's not a plan. Nothing ever goes according to plan exactly. If it does, your plan isn't ambitious enough. You know, and the plan involves other people. And if other people are a part of your plan, then those people have to be involved and invested in the plan and signed off on the plan. Otherwise, you don't consider them a part of your plan. You know, right. You need a lot of people to make this all successful, but the only person that you need is yourself. Other people will come and other people will go. The question is, are you going to go? You know, have you planted a flag in the sand?
What would you say qualities that a network marketing distributor, and especially in bhip, should have if they want to play to win? Or not have or adopt, they want to play to win?
Patience, persistence, clarity about why they're doing what they're doing and what they're doing, what they actually want. A clear plan, a realistic approach and outlook to life and the realities of life. Understand that to lead others, you have to have leadership. You can't be a victim and be successful. So many people today play the part of the victim and then wonder why they don't have what they want. You know, it's all about stories. Businesses, everything today is a story. We're all of us out there sharing stories. We're paid storytellers, creating our own story, helping other people to create their story. Most people are victims in a story they've created. They're victims in their own story. The story that they tell themselves over and over again, the story that they tell other people about themselves over and over again until other people don't want to listen to it anymore and walk away, is always a story in which life isn't going the way it should, and it's really not their fault. Because it just shouldn't be that way, but it is. And it's not about fault or blame, but ultimately, we're all personally responsible for where we are. Certainly not our fault for a lot of the things that happen in life, but certainly our responsibility for how we respond to those things. And you can tell a story in which they tell themselves the story over and over again in which they're this victim, and it's a great tragic story, and it's, you can feel really justified in your positioning and feel really good about the fact that it's not your fault. But the end result is you don't end up where you want to be. It's far better to try to change the story, to go out and be a hero in someone else's story, to build a story for yourself in which you are a hero, a story in which you can be proud, a story in which you're doing something that is life-changing for yourself, and where you feel like you're making a contribution, making an impact, and doing something to make the world better, if you're for yourself, for the people that you know, love, and care about, because that's how you change the world, in a small way. Change your small corner of the world, you change the world in kind. But you can't have both. So I think the number one thing people have to do is get out of your own way and stop trying to play the part of a victim. Victims don't ever have happy endings. They just have sad stories.
For sure. I think Mike Sims said it in the event in Las Vegas. He says all excuses are equal.
And they are. And it doesn't matter how good your reason is. If your reason is keeping you away from what you really want in life, how good a reason is it?
For sure. Yeah. Good. So we have a good material that everybody can work with. It's a very short conversation, but very to the point.
Great.
So. And we're looking forward to this year. 2014 is going to be an amazing advancement in what we've done so far.
On the ground, office open, all the exciting things that are happening. I can't wait to come back. I missed you all. I love you all.
Well, we have a special hummus plate waiting for you in Israel, so you have to come before it gets to work.
I hope to be sooner, but I'll certainly be there in May, if not sooner.
Good. Thank you very much for your time, Lisa, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.